Hey, let's see what is in the ether, what you need more information, guidance, and clarity on at this time regarding you and the dating game. So let's see. Divine, may we have three best cards to describe the energy you need us to talk about? Three best cards. Okay, all right. I do hope that you are doing well, darling. Okay, so energy out here of the person you're dealing with, we have the philosopher, deep and contemplative or contemplative, questions everything, including your plans tonight. The tattoo artist, edgy and creative, leaves a mark whether you like it or not. And the carpenter, handy and reliable. He'll build your dream house but never finish the kitchen. I mean, you gotta kind of have somebody here that is has energy of a shapeshifter or is shape shifting right now. Feels like it's like almost like a switch up of them. They're showing you, it's either like, are you showing me more of who you are, or are things changing up a bit? This rebel energy here with the tattoo artist, so to speak, like could be gentle giant energy, but there's something here in the environment right now that's a little bit different, a little bit taboo, if you will, about this person that you're experiencing about them. And this philosopher energy, it really feels like this is what's really like the off part. Like when they're talking to you or texting you or interacting with you in this way, they're very much they appear to be a very stable and like even keeled person here. But the tattoo artist here would determine that there is an edge here somewhere that's poking its head out. Now, the carpenter here is where this person is very handy with their hands. They're very good with their hands. But you're wondering how all of these things are coming together. Like, where does all of this energy stem from? All of them, all of the vibes are nice. This is nothing where it was like a red flag or anything like that. It's just that this person seems to be a really lovely blend that you're dealing with of all the things that would entice you. And the question is this really the reality of this person, or is this what they say that they are? Okay, because it's you can, you can convince somebody of something without actually having ever shown proof that you can produce said thing or do said thing. I do hope that this is not the case, but let's see what the details are. All right, darling, deep breath, open mind, open heart, ready to receive what the divine wants and needs you to know about the situation. Divine, 10 best cards for more details, please. So you're starting off with the Four of Swords in reverse with this energy about this connection, and you don't want to spend more time in this contemplating what could or could go right or could go wrong. You really want to get to the business of dealing with this situation head on, in terms of whether or not you're going to take a chance on this person and try to go for something deeper with them. Because right now, all of the energy is aligning to give you all of the things that you need. You have the edge, you have the person who thinks before they speak or act, and then you also have someone who's like the carpenter, very skilled, very handy, which means they're probably very, gainfully employed, and someone who's very and usually and maybe very responsible, if not they're good with their money. Right, so this is not a person that's going to be in a needy position, draining you of anything. This person is coming and meeting you where you're at, and you know, looking to enhance your situation, not take from you to enhance theirs. Right. So the Eight of Cups being in reverse is where you haven't had any energy of walking away from this person. Supported here with the Four of Swords, like and there's nothing about this person that is triggering you from past emotions or relationships or negative situations. In general, this person makes you feel very relaxed and calm, safe to move forward and be more open as you guys progress. You have the Queen of Swords at the center, Devil card, and then the Ten of Coin in reverse. The Queen of Swords at the center here, you do have a very exacting energy when it comes to this person. Like, you expect them to do what they say when they say they're going to do it, meaning that you don't leave them much room for error here. I mean, it's not that you don't, you're unreasonable. That's not it. But, you're monitoring their commitment and their consistency very closely. Because, again, I feel like this is something that this person is kind of maybe hinting at or pushing towards or moving towards. They're speaking it, trying to speak it up, speak it into existence. And maybe as of late with this Ten of Coin in reverse here for your energy, in terms of where you are and how you're relating to it, it feels like it's there for you in terms you feel like you could achieve that, or a committed situation that could be very fruitful for you guys. But there's something that is causing you to give pause and just give a minute. This Devil card energy here does indicate that there is something amiss with the situation that you've seen or heard or you feel. More information on this Devil card to this Queen of Swords, please. Actually, no, just the Devil card, please. Three of Swords, Moon card in reverse, and then the Ace of Coin in reverse. Someone in the equation is dealing with either the pain of a past relationship, which is somehow a block, or this person is actively dealing with an ex. And the Moon card is here where they've been very transparent about it, because this Devil card did give me initial energy like Capricorn out here. It could be dealing with the Capricorn. But the Moon card in reverse would say that, whatever's being asked, like if you have any questions about what's going on with this Three of Swords situation, it is being given to you clearly. The Ace of Coins, though, is in reverse of where makes sense for this Ten of Coins now to be in reserve, where you're like, not just yet, until something needs to be cleared up or resolved with this past relationship that your person is still currently involved in somehow. Like there's something going on. It doesn't feel like it's because this person is cheating with them, but they're still connected, heavily connected, and it's something about it is messy. It could be co-parenting of some sort or some kind of way that they're still connected that has to put them in contact with each other regularly. And it's still very first word came to mind is very dangerous at this time, but dangerous in terms of don't know which way the wind gonna blow at this point. There's no consistency. There's no rhyme or no reason to how this person behaves, and when this person goes on some type of the ex goes on some type of spiral, it also sends your love interest into some type of spiral as well. Okay. The Lovers in reverse to the Strength card upright. Again, with this Ten of Pentacles in reverse and this Lovers card in reverse, it's like you're reserving any indications that your feelings have deepened for this person towards being exclusive or committed to them, because this is still like running wild. Okay. Again, there's something about it where it's not a threat to the relationship at hand or what you guys are building. It's not a threat in that way. It's been over between them and this person, but it's nasty between them and this person, and they have to deal with each other regularly, and they're just not, in short, like willing to just say, okay, enough is enough. We have to mature overnight here and get some rules and some regulations and not try to violate. Like, we have to figure this out. because this is just bringing too much chaos to our lives and situation as a whole, right? Because you have to like mentally go to those like crazy places, or mentally put yourself, be ready to defend yourself against, you don't know what's coming at you. But this person has had a long cycle with it, so for them, almost it's just another Tuesday to them. But for you, it's like, this is ridiculous. So that's why I feel like this Ten of Pentacles and this Lovers is in reverse, because you're like, everything else lines up except for this crazy situation. So the Strength card is here, where you're trying to be brave and courageous and not just throw the baby out with the bathwater, if you will. You're not at that place yet, because again, there's a lot. The earlier energy is very like, this person is worth a little bit more patience to see if things could kind of find their way to some type of progress. Now, it doesn't have to heal itself overnight, but it has to begin to look like some type of effort is going to be made towards a long-term solution. At least let's start taking baby steps here. So that's what the Strength card, I feel like, is for you, is to say that, obviously some more conversation needs to happen on your side of things to let this person know what is frustrating for you, and where you things that you have to hear about, fine. But if there's things that just like you don't need to know, that's like, let's start, because it's beginning to overload you, and that's a fair thing. That's fair. It is not your situation, and you should not be hearing about it. They're both therefore thinking about it more hours out of the day than your own business. I agree. The Knight of Cups here with the Temperance in reverse. When they deal with this other person, it puts them in this like foul mood, and they become very impatient, and in some cases they could be hyper physical, or want encounter like super, like, because they need something to put them in, to like relieve them of whatever their energy is at that moment. They need something to get them high, or get them like in a place of pleasure quickly. And you are definitely that, a pill for that, their favorite drug for that. But you're starting to feel like there's an emptiness here, because the Ace of Wands is in reverse, of where you're not as passionate as you once were about the encounters, because now you're starting to realize what they really are about. It's about relieving pressure. It's about coping with something that they're frustrated with. It's about trying to use their connection, use you in order to put themselves in a better mood to deal with whatever they've got going on. And you're like, oh, well, no, that's not really going to work for me. So there's a lot of things that are being considered for you right now, it feels like, in the connection that you're thinking about. This is more so about, I feel like, you getting some confirmations on the reflections that you're picking up on. I mean, again, yes, this person appears to be a really ideal for you in terms of what they have showing face forward publicly. Like they do align with it pretty consistently, but there is this thing with this past connection that they have to deal with, and that is something that at this point for you, while your feelings are deepening for them, you're still at a place where you could say, well, before I let myself really, really latch onto this and turn this Ten of Pentacles upright in this Lover's card, and let you know that that's what I've been feeling and thinking, I need to know what your plan is in terms of how you're going to deal with this situation, with this past connection. Okay, so let's get guidance moving forward, please. Okay. So the Seven of Coin in reverse. It's not time for you to do any work. It's time for them to do some work now, and for you to bear witness to it. Most importantly, it's going to be the pattern of consistency that they develop to determine whether or not you should, in fact, let this person know that you have considered being exclusive with them. Okay, before you let them know that you still need to see something from them. Real work being put in, and it's time for you've done as much as you need to do now. It's time for them to do their part in response to what you've done. Okay. The Fool card in reverse here clarifying the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Strength card upright. It's not time to take that leap. Okay, like it's like almost what this is the third confirmation for that, to just like not to squash those feelings, but to just say it's not yet time to reveal it. Okay, because there's still some things that the divine wants you to see about this person, so that you can make that decision with all the knowledge necessary to really begin that path of commitment. There's still some things that you need to know, especially again this other situation they have going on. The Knight of Coins upright, clarifying the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Staying the course with this person, not giving up on them right now, because they are running into friction and frustration. I mean, this could very well be their first connection since this past situation has been completely over. And it makes sense that even if it's been a few years, it would make sense considering how chaotic it is to deal with when they do have to interact. But it may be the very first time that they really had to, like, consider how this situation affects anyone else. You're the first person they really have taken seriously that has gotten far enough into their life to know this is even going on. So that may be something to consider in terms of building patience, or when you're looking for reasons to like take a breath with things, hence that work with the Seven of Pentacles, and allow them to do the work at this point. Like, they know they've heard you and what you want, and allow them to show you if they're going to do this work or not. Right. And it also gives you a point to pull back and also manage your emotions a bit more, and determine what you're going to do and where you're going to draw the line for yourself. Like, if you don't see the type of progress that you want to see in terms of you wanting to move things forward to a committed situation, or along the road to a committed situation. First step would be exclusivity, right? The Wheel of Fortune being in reverse as well. Now we have the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which is definitely saying pause. Okay, just pause. Don't throw it away. Don't give up on it. Don't change your heart about it. Just pause. Slow it down. And wait till they're at least in, a car length away. And then the Knight of Wands is in reverse. Yeah, this is going to be about holding your temper and your tongue about things, especially when it comes back down to how they're dealing with this situation that stresses them to the max, which then, of course, affects you. But just, I'm getting the energy of just don't allow how they're dealing with the situation to make them seem like they're less than in your eyes, because they really are desperate in that situation. Like, there's a lot to be, there's still more to be revealed to you about how that situation got as whack-a-doodle as it is. So reserve your judgment right now in terms of like how, because once they give you a little bit more background, you'll be like, oh, I see. Okay. That may be the response, like, oh, I see why. Okay, that makes sense, because yeah, there are reasons. Okay. So this is going to be a test of right now of you interviewing a little bit deeper into the situation to see if what they have going on can be compartmentalized into a way that it doesn't directly affect you. I mean, if they have a rough time with this person, it's going to affect them, but that doesn't mean, you'll know where it's coming from, and you'll have made the decision to figure out a way to cope with that. But you also need to know that that's going to be like a one-off thing, not the every single time, because again, they have to deal regularly. So if they're dealing with each other weekly, you probably going to have 2 or 3 days a week, maybe 3 or 4 days a week that they're normal. The other 3 days they pissed off and recovering from the interaction. Like, who wants to live like that? Okay. All right. So that is your session. I do hope it is of assistance to you, and do remember that back then is not now. Always be in harmony with your surroundings. Stay sucker free. I appreciate you, and I hope to see you again.